First grade today in math, we are learning how to add two-digit numbers using dimes and pennies. So let's get right to it. Now, we have a chart that we're going to use to help us at the beginning with it, and it looks just like what I have here. You don't need to feel like you need to have this written out right now. The lesson worksheet that you have in your folder for today is the worksheet that you'll be using to help you. So I have 24 cents. And if I have 24 cents and I use the fewest dimes and pennies, I'm going to have 2 dimes and 4 pennies. And so in my chart, I'm going to show that 2 dimes and 4 pennies. That equals 24 cents. And I also have 35 cents. And I'm going to use the fewest pennies and dimes that I can. And so for 35 cents, I will have 3 dimes and 5 pennies. And that's how I would write it on my chart. Now, I want to put all the money together that I have, mix it up, put it into a cup, whatever I would have, and we need to figure out how many pennies and how many dimes we would have all together. So what we would need to do is we would need to add it up. So over here, 2 dimes, 4 pennies, plus 3 dimes, and 5 pennies. Okay, I always have to drop down my cent sign. Now, how many pennies would I have all together in that cup? If I had 4 pennies originally, and I added 5 more pennies in there, how many total pennies? 4 plus 5 would be 9. Notice I started with the pennies. Mrs. Friedrichs, when we count, we always count with the biggest amount of money, right? Yes. But when I'm working with adding of money or not money, when I'm adding, I have to start on the right and then I work my way over to the left. Okay, so it's opposite of like when you're reading. So 4 plus 5 was 9. We dealt with the pennies, now we need to deal with the dimes. 2 plus 3. We had 2 dimes and we added the 3 more in. How many total dimes do you have? You have 5 dimes. So how much total money is that? It's 59 cents. Okay, so another way to show that, I'll put down here. Okay, you would also see it this way. Remember, we always start over here. This is the pennies, this is the dimes, and we add our way down. Okay? Now, I have 52 cents, and I want to use the fewest pennies, 52 cents. So I will have 5 dimes and 2 pennies. And now in my other pile, I have 16 cents. Remember, this is what 16 cents looks like. This is my pennies, this is my dimes. Okay? So now what I want to do is I want to figure out how many total dimes we would have if we mixed them all together and how many pennies we would have if we mixed them together. So I'm going to rewrite it. 52 cents plus 16 cents. Put my equal sign. This long line here is my equal sign. And then remember, I'm going to start with my pennies and find out how many total pennies I have. 2 plus 6 is 8. Oops, Mrs. Friedrichs, don't forget to bring down your cent sign. Now I'm done with my pennies. I'm going to go to my dimes. 5 plus 1 is 6. So we would have 68 cents. We would have 8 pennies in our cup, and we would have 6 dimes. And here's how you would show that. Okay? So 68 cents. Now, you're going to have a chance to practice what this looks like. So what I need you to do is I need you to go ahead and grab out lesson worksheet 53. Grab out lesson worksheet 53. Go ahead and put your name on it. We're going to use this for 2 days. Okay? And now that your name is on it, let's go ahead and get started. We have 43 cents. If I have 43 cents, how many dimes and pennies is that? 43 cents, 4 dimes and 3 pennies. And I have 51 cents. 51 cents is 5 dimes and 1 penny. Now we're going to put all that together, and we want to know how many dimes and pennies we would have if we mixed them all together. Remember that we need to start with the pennies. Some people like to put an arrow by pennies to remind them that that's what they do first. Some people like to put the word first there. Let's go ahead, and we have to now add. What is 3 plus 1? Yep, it's 4. Now that I've done that, I can go to my dimes second. What is 4 plus 5? It is 9. Right. So we know that we would have 94 cents. I have 4 total pennies, and I have 9 total dimes, and that's 94 cents. Okay. Now, number 2. We have 27 cents. So go ahead and write 27 cents. And 62 cents. We're going to start with our pennies. 7 plus 2 is 9. 2 plus 6 is 8. Right, we started with our pennies and we added down. We started at the top and we added down. After we found our answer, we moved to the dimes. 2 plus 6, and that gave us 8. So we had 9 pennies altogether and 8 dimes. That's 89 cents. Now, we are going to be working with this more tomorrow. So we're going to be done with this sheet for today. So listen very carefully to what your important directions are. You need to please take your red folder and you need to put this lesson worksheet in your Wednesday folder. It's going to sit right in with your meeting worksheet, or if you'd like, you can put it on the other side, but please keep it in your math folder so that you have it for tomorrow. Let's move right to our guided class practice. Please make sure your name and your date are on it. Today is December 2nd. If you were to write that in digits, remember that December is the 12th month of the year. The date is the 2nd, and our year is 2020. You'll see me a lot of times first grade, I like to write it with a 02. When I have one digit only in this date spot, I like to put the 0 in front of it, which works for the numbers 1 through 9. Okay. Let's start with number 1. Mrs. Hannon's classroom has 32 pairs of right-handed scissors and 10 pairs of left-handed scissors. How many pairs of scissors are there in all? Now, it used to be that there were separate scissors for if you were a left-handed person or if you're a right-handed person, and I think you can still find them. But what they've done now is they've made it so that regardless if you're right-handed or left-handed, you should be able to use the scissors. That's why it might seem a little silly to you. All right, so 32 pairs of right-handed scissors, 10 pairs of left-handed scissors. How many pairs of scissors are there in all? Remember, in all is the same thing as all together. Our label is definitely going to be scissors. Okay, so in all means we have to add 32 scissors plus 10 scissors equals how many total? 32 plus 10. What's 10 more than 32? Well, what's 1 more than 3? 4, and put a 2 after it. 42 scissors. So your answer is going to be 42 scissors. 32 scissors plus 10 scissors equals 42 scissors. If you need to pause to finish writing your number sentence, go ahead and resume when you are done. If you're already done writing, we're going to get started on number 2. It says draw a line of symmetry for each letter. Remember that a line of symmetry is going to cut something in half so that both sides are even or equal. Okay, so on the front side here, the M, we cannot cut it in half this way because what we see on the one side, we would definitely not see on the other. So our line needs to go right down the middle. The O has some different possibilities though, doesn't it? We could have our vertical line or our horizontal line. Whichever one that you'd prefer is great. And then for the D, there's only one option. Straight across the middle. If I went up and down with a vertical line and I smushed them together, you'd have a curved line going over the top of your straight line, and we cannot do that. Okay, number 3. How much money is this? Well, let's split up our money first. I see dime, 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 nickel. So I'm going to split that up there. Nickels. Split it between the nickels and the pennies. How much are our dimes worth? 10 cents. The nickels are worth 5 cents. And the penny is worth 1 cent. Now we need to go ahead and we are going to add up our money. Here we go. 10, 20, 30. Stop. Count by fives now. 35, 40, 45, 50. Stop. Count by ones. 51. So how much total money do I have? 51 cents. Okay, number 4. One of these names is my mother's name. Use the clues to find my mother's name. Cross out the names that cannot be my mother's name. The first clue. It does not have exactly 6 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one's all right. Can't have 6 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, it cannot be Louise. Cross out Louise. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that one's good too. It does not begin with a vowel. The vowels, remember, are A, E, I, O, and U. So it cannot start with A, E, I, O, or U. M, that's good. B, that's good. Anna, ooh. Cora, starts with the C, that's good. Okay. It is not first. Remember, this is first over here. Bye, Mary. Can't be Mary. It's not fifth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Can't be Cora. Circle my mother's name. Her name is Bernice. Not really my mother's name. Just on this paper. Okay, find the sums. 78 plus 10. Remember, you're adding a group of 10. So you're adding 1 to the 7. That's an 8. And then put the 1 spot behind it. 88. 35 plus 10. Add 10 to the 30. 40. Keep your 5. 45. 23 plus 10. Add 10 more to the 2. 33. All right. I have 63 cents. How many dimes and pennies is that? 6 dimes, 3 pennies. We don't need a cent sign. I have 24 cents. How many dimes and pennies is that? 2 dimes, 4 pennies. How many dimes and pennies is that all together? Start with your penny spot. 3 plus 4. 7. Now, go over to my dimes. 6 plus 2. 8. So it's 7 pennies and 6 dimes. And you know I was trying to put a cent sign here right away because it's also how much total money it would be 87 cents. Okay? The back side, my friends, is for you to do. You're going to do the same thing at the bottom that we just did. Okay, 34 cents, how many dimes and pennies? 51 cents, how many dimes and pennies? How many total is it? Remember, please, to start here. Start with your pennies first. All right, you can read the rest of this. If there's anything that you need help reading, please make sure to reach out and ask an adult. When you are done with this back side of your sheet, you are done with math for the day. Have a great day.